Welcome to Saturday Smackdown, everyone. I'm so honored to have in my kitchen the very special chef Roberto Carboni.
Hello.
He is known as the whole food plant-based chef online. You can find him. And he is going to be making, share the dessert you're going to be making today.
It is a Tuscan roasted almond cake. And we have eliminated the eggs, the butter, and the sugar, all the offensive ingredients.
And I want to share that I have been to his whole food plant-based vegan cooking classes before, and this man is a wealth of knowledge. He is straight from Italy. Makes the most incredible whole food plant-based Tuscan recipes, but you would never know. There's no oil, there's no butter, no processed, all organic, non-GMO. Can you share a little bit about that Italian tradition that you were talking to me earlier about?
So basically, as a chef, of course, we have the challenge of when people talk about it or ask for healthy food, immediately, the myth, not the meat.
The myth, yes.
Is, excuse my accent. The myth is that, of course, it's going to be boring. It's going to be steamed broccoli or kale or all these, boring, very plain food. And I took it as a challenge for me, for my health issues, and for doing these now, to make it tasty. And in Italy, of course, people knows we're so passionate about food. It's a celebration. It's a gathering. It's a family event that we.
It's tradition.
At least on the weekend. So of course, this food it's a little more involving, but a lot of fun. And as my mother on Sunday was always something special, some special raviolis, a lasagna, or some special things that takes longer, and we would help her with that. It's a things you look forward to, working hard on the week, and then on the weekend you celebrate with a nice meal. So I want to keep that. That can still exist with all food plant-based and healthy at the same time. You don't have to give it up.
Well, his recipes are mouth-watering Italian dishes with creamy sauces. I've tasted them. They are absolutely incredible. So I'm really excited to learn this recipe because I've already made the other three I learned.
Okay.
Now,
so this is the magic.
Dates,
this is the magic that substitute the eggs, the butter, and the sugar. These are dates. Medjool, if I pronounce it correctly, dates. So this one, we're going to soak them a few minutes with some, this is organic, unsweetened soy milk, which the ingredients is only soybeans.
Do you prefer soy milk for your, do you use that on a regular basis?
I like soy as a little more fat content, a little more thick than almond. Almond is very watery.
Okay, well that's good to know for desserts
it's tasty,
though.
But yeah, excuse me, this one is, it has a nice consistency. So we're gonna soak those with these. And let's look at the recipe right here. So we want to soak the milk with the dates, and we're gonna put vanilla extract,
All right.
1 teaspoon. Excuse me, that was the
vanilla extract.
And this is the almond extract.
And
okay?
we will be posting this recipe in the comment section afterwards.
All right.
All these
so
lovely
now, while
ingredients.
this is soaking, so that is gonna blend really good. We're gonna mix 3/4 cup of almond flour, or they also call it almond,
and is there a
milk.
specific brand you use?
No.
Just non-GMO?
No, in fact, if you don't have it, you can even make it yourself with your own almonds. You can just grate it with blanched almonds, so there is no skin. This is oat flour. Now, you go buy oat flour, it's expensive, but you don't need to buy it. You buy, these are organic rolled oats, and you just put them on the Monster,
So
I call
oatmeal.
it the Vitamix. Yeah, rolled
Dry,
oats, organic dry oat oats, and they grind very easily, very quickly. So we got a cup and a quart.
So it doesn't have to be expensive, which
No.
is also a misconception in the
Yeah.
vegan community, is that living a whole food plant-based life or vegan, ooh.
Then I'm attached to these baking powder from Italy. I still get it. I found places where I can
Let's
get it. You
show
can find it online.
this is, how do you pronounce that? That is a
That's
little...
lievito pane degli angeli.
Okay, so-
angel bread, basically, yeast.
And where did you purchase this?
So there is an Italian deli in Carasco that I can get it. It's called Cucina d'Amore, but you can find it online too.
So
It's
online,
very
probably
tasty.
not at Trader Joe's, or
No,
probably not
no.
at Sprouts.
You can use regular baking soda, but
Oh, it
this
smells
is
so
very
good.
good. Makes a great cake, and also has a vanilla infusion in there. So 2 teaspoons right?
And this is one of your secret ingredients, I see.
Well, it's a good one. So we're gonna mix these. Remember to follow the recipe, have all the ingredients ready, right?
Yep.
So we mix in the almond flour and the oat flour, the baking powder, and then we're gonna add a little bit of zest of orange,
zest.
fresh orange. Gives it a nice, great flavor, goes very well with the almonds.
Oh my goodness, all these smells.
Huh?
All the smells coming together.
And these are from the backyard of a friend of ours.
Gives you the oranges. Well, I just got
There we
turned
go.
on to Myers lemons the other day, and I just, I can't get enough.
I have a plan to that. Okay, so now that this has been sitting, we're gonna blend
So
it.
that's the dates, that's
The
the,
date soaked
soy
with
milk.
the oat and the extracts.
Yes.
Almond and vanilla. And it's gonna be a little noisy. So this makes a wonderful puree,
get in there.
and this is basically replaces your eggs, sugar, and butter. And here we go. Now I'm not gonna even need to wash this because I'm gonna already soak the frosting, which is gonna be some more of the Meljoy dates with cashew, right?
Cashew, another wondrous ingredient
Cashew,
for vegans.
great to make creamy
Ah,
sauce. We made the cream sauce last time.
Yes.
The mac and cheese sauce.
Yes.
That was going with the gnocchi last time. So now we're gonna soak it with orange juice and a splash of water. Can we get just a splash of water?
Sure.
Maybe like a couple of teaspoons. All right. We're gonna need a little more. This comes up to about 1/3
Here's our water when you're ready.
cup of orange juice. Don't use the orange juice you buy, it's just a different product.
Well, yeah, don't buy the orange juice. Lots of processed
And
ingredients.
here a splash of water. We're gonna let it soak for a moment while we finish the cake. Then we're gonna blend that too. Okay, so now we're gonna fold these. This is gonna be our cake.
Oh my gosh, it smells so
Huh?
good. Yes.
Almonds are great, and I also roasted these whole almond and I just split them in half lengthwise. This is gonna give a nice crunch inside. You could do without that. I think it's a
Oh
great.
no, you gotta
it's a
have
great
the crunch
addition,
on
yeah.
side. We were just talking about the vegan banana bread at Trader Joe's with the walnuts on
So
top, and
we're
yeah.
gonna fold this in.
And again, this, eating a vegan diet, you are not wanting for anything. I always tell my family and friends, I don't feel like I've ever eaten as many good foods as I
Exactly.
have since I've gone vegan.
This is gonna be like a real healthy energy bar.
Mm-hmm.
This is gonna have so much energy and nothing to feel guilty about it because it's got. I mean, of course, it's still got calories, but it's got so much fiber in there that
Well, and dates are such a wonderful alternative to white sugar and all those other processed foods.
There we go.
So,
See how
I know that you're a chef. You've got some clients. Do they know in these delicious desserts that they don't have oil?
I'm still new in these, so I make sure they'll find out. I'll let them know.
You'll let them know. But when I taste your desserts, you cannot tell.
Oh yeah, they don't. Yeah,
No,
if I
you
cook it
can't.
sometime, they don't know. I tell them afterwards, they don't believe it.
And they're like, "Oh my gosh, you're kidding
What do you
me!"
mean
no
there is
oil.
no butter?
Right.
There is no dairy or no eggs. So these are just
Sliced
almonds. You're gonna make a nice addition in top.
I love this cute little pan.
Just cover it up. Yeah, this is a little smaller, but you can make the same thing on a
Larger,
9-inch.
okay.
It comes a little lower.
And look how quick that was.
So this is gonna take almost an hour to cook, 55 minutes.
For this
at
size?
325 for this
Okay,
size.
all right.
You could make also cupcakes. You could make cupcakes with this. It will take only about 40 minutes. All right. So this goes in the oven.
Now, is this one of your? I know you're from Italy. Is this one of your family's recipes, or is this a new one that you came up
these
with?
I made it up.
Because if you see here, he specializes in Tuscan plant-based cuisine. And as we were talking earlier before the show, He was just talking about, I think there's so many misconceptions. One thing I started to say earlier is that people have the misconception that it's like veganism is an elitist thing and it's so much more expensive to eat. And it's not. And you can have these incredible, delicious Italian Tuscan meals with sauces and these delicious desserts. And there's no cruelty. There's no animal products.
Exactly.
You mentioned earlier you did turn whole food plant-based because of some health problems.
Yes.
How has your health increased?
Yes.
Since you went vegan?
Exactly. I mean, I eliminated all those issues. The doctor, they just wanted to give me more medicine, have a procedure. They want to take out my gallstones, take
You're
more
too
pills.
young for that.
Take more pills. I was taking the medicine for the stomach, Prilosec, and also the one for high blood pressure was making me very tired, almost
So you're
depressed.
taking a plethora of
Yeah.
pills, and the
So-
doctors just kept telling you to take more pills.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I finally researched it. I had read already the China study years ago, and I had tried here and there. I just felt as a chef, it's impossible, the stress and the eating, and then people laugh at you. But when finally I changed job, I didn't have this super busy big restaurant. I finally, to handle, I finally had the time. And for the good, not only for me, for my family, I finally decided I went cold turkey. I prepared myself, but one day to another, boom, eliminated everything. Not that I was eating terribly anyway, but I still was attached to, of course, the olive oil, the Parmesan cheese, the bread,
Well, and before when you were eating animal products, years of that is what got your
Exactly.
health
It
to where it
accumulates,
was. So it was
accumulates.
basically a crisis.
I
in your
wasn't.
health.
I wasn't like a real big eater of cold cuts, prosciutto and salami, all of that. Actually, I knew about those already.
What do we know about cold cuts?
Question somebody wants to know, do you still
Process.
eat pasta?
Yes.
Yes.
However, of course, I make my own pasta with semolina, which we're gonna show tomorrow. Semolina and whole wheat. If I buy the whole wheat, 100% whole wheat. Of course, it has more calorie, but it has all the nutrients and all the fiber that the white doesn't have. But even that, it's not a deal breaker. Even eating white pasta once in a while,
Don't
or
you
white
think
rice.
it's everything in moderation?
No, I don't.
I love being proved wrong.
If you have health issues, moderation doesn't work. It's just like an alcoholic. You don't tell them to stop drinking hard
can
liquor
have in
and drink
moderation.
beer, and that's gonna solve it. It's about the same thing. We're addicted. We're essentially addicted. But when you have health issue, you want to just eliminate it. And then, of course, you don't want to think that you're never going to eat again, something like that. Once in a while, fine. You just go back to eating healthy again. But you make it fun with what you have.
Oh, well, your food is so fun and it's so delicious. And share with our viewers, if you don't mind, like what was your cholesterol before and what was your cholesterol after?
I really didn't have very high cholesterol throughout my life. I wasn't eating too much, especially dairy. However, it was about 220 before starting, because I took my blood test before starting, and in a matter of 5 weeks, when I went back to take that, I lost 20 pounds. Cholesterol
Wait,
was down.
20 pounds in 5 weeks?
5 weeks. I went down. The cholesterol went down to 145. Blood pressure went down to normal, slightly a little high. It took a little longer because
That can be genetic also, though.
I had to eliminate the salt for a while. Which now I do eat by moderation, and I wasn't taking medicine for the stomach anymore. I had to eliminate coffee too. That was also irritating my stomach. But no more GERD. Of course, things take longer, but the first results already in the first few weeks, I was sleeping already better. I wasn't eating. I wasn't having issue with sleeping apnea that they said I had. I thought it was actually a misdiagnosis. It was more the acid reflux. But anyway, and no more pain in the body. I had pain in my back and my legs and my shoulder. In any case, everything slowly but surely went away.
And no more medication for...
No more medication. I cut the medication immediately.
I can't tell you how many stories like this. They're so uplifting and
exactly.
inspiring for me.
So now, of course, I still have to lose weight, but I don't focus on that. I focus that I'm eating healthy, my numbers are great. The last time I took my blood, the doctor literally, I'm not making this up, said, Mr. Carboni, you have the blood of a 20-year-old. Excuse me. My cholesterol was 128.
Okay. If that's not an inspirational story, I love this man. Another question?
Yeah, another question. What about pasta sauce?
Pasta sauce, great. I just made a bunch of meatless meat sauce that I'm going to bring tomorrow to the class and have people taste it with my recipe.
Before we
You
go-
will not know there is no meat.
I'm
sorry.
buying some tomorrow because I
Okay.
am going to this
Yeah.
class. There's only 4 spots open. It's in San Marcos, California. For all of you North County peeps that are watching, you can find again, he is www.wfpb, which is wholefoodplantbasedchef.com. It's tomorrow from 12:30 to 2:30. I've been before. I love this man. And been broken off because you and I talking together. He advocates not only for this healthy Tuscan plant-based cuisine lifestyle, but talking about in his classes that are 2 hours long, it seemed like it was 10 minutes to me because he's bringing awareness about how this is so much better for the planet, so much better for the animals. And any vegan class I'd ever been to before, all they do is focus on the food, which is great, but he brings health, animals, and the planet, the environment into it, and you're so special.
Thank you.
You are so
Appreciate it.
special.
God bless. So, with the magic of TV,
Yep.
here we go. We
Look
got
at
it
that.
cooked real quick. And
And this is the smaller
that's
portion.
the smaller cupcakes version, which is great. It's also easy to take. And this is something you're not going to feel guilty about because he has everything you need. Of course, he's got calories because he has the nuts
and
and
the
dates.
dates are kind of high in calories. I know
But
that.
comparing to an energy bar you would buy, or anything you would make with eggs and sugar and butter, this is just gonna be a blessing for your body. So, of course, it doesn't have the fluffiness of a regular cake made with white flour, but it's super tasty, and you can still spread a little sugar powder if you want. Or what I do at home, I use erythritol, which is very healthy. It's made with pears, watermelon, and grapes.
Do you make that yourself?
No, what I do, I buy, but then I put it in the blender and becomes like powder.
I need you to
And
write
you-
that down before you leave.
And you
so I can
sprinkle
share
that on top. And then on this one,
Another question?
Just to know that we need to take pictures of
Okay.
it, so whatever you guys think.
kind of butcher this because it's still warm. You would
Still
want it to
warm.
let it cool down a little. So you would sprinkle some of that if you want. But then this is we were gonna do the frosting. So we soaked the cashew, that was 1 ounce, with 3 ounces of dates, and the juice of an orange,
Right.
and a splash of water.
Okay.
And we're gonna blend it. Now this is very little amount, so it may not blend really well.
Maybe it's more water?
No, what
Nope.
we're gonna do, we're gonna get the one that I prepared already, and that is cooled down. And so this is
This smells like
what it's
heaven.
gonna look like. You see, nice and creamy.
And you just drizzle that on top.
And you can coat it on top, or you just drizzle,
Oh my
however
goodness.
you like.
Do I get to be the taste
Yes,
tester today
yes.
since I have a
Let's get
guest chef in my kitchen?
the small one right there, please.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm gonna reach over here for a fork.
You could even go with an extra little zest of orange.
Look at this deliciousness. Oh, Roberto. Yummy, yummy, yummy. You said this is gonna make my body do what today? This is pure
It's
vegan
gonna be an
goodness.
explosion of energy, excitement.
Like I need more energy. All right, here we go.
The only thing that I miss the most still, and I still indulge sometimes, is of course a good espresso coffee.
Well, you would never,
Let me go
ever,
with this.
ever know that this does not have any oil, no sugar. I mean, this is
No butter, no
no
eggs.
butter, no eggs. Look at this. When we can cook like this, cruelty-free, it's not harming anyone. The animals are not being killed for this. Why wouldn't we?
Exactly.
Right?
Now these also, you could make it as I make it sometimes as a, how you call it, a loaf, like a loaf, right? And
Like
then,
a banana loaf.
banana loaf. And then the leftover the day after I slice and toast in the toaster and
So
have
it's
it
like a
with your
biscotti?
have it with my soy milk cappuccino. And it's amazing.
Well-
Or you can give a piece to the kids for school, as a dessert, or take it when they invite you and you're afraid you're not gonna eat what you like. Take it as a sharing a gift.
Well, this is a gift, and thank you very much. I'm going to
Thank
keep
you.
this after you.
Yes,
Is that
please.
okay?
Yes.
I think you're a gift. I think
Thank
you are amazing. I really am encouraging anyone that can come to, again, this Tuscan plant-based cuisine cooking class. This will not be the last you'll see of Chef Roberto. He lives by me. We are going to have him on again, and he's just so talented. Please, 4
Check.
spots left.
And support us. I want to open a cooking school with a whole food plant-based market and be available for everybody. And we're gonna also give free education, nutrition, and tips how to make your food for your transition be simple and super tasty.
Well, all of your food is super tasty. Thank you so much for coming on
Thank you.
today.
My pleasure.
All
Appreciate
right, the whole food plant-based chef Roberto Carboni. Thank you for joining us today, friends. And again, look him up on that website. He is so talented. Yes, I don't know. That is just so delicious. Let's give them one more look of this, or it can come cupcake. Absolutely delicious. You'd never know this was whole food plant-based food. Nothing but goodness. All right, have a great
Thank you.
weekend, everyone. I'll see you next Saturday. Bye-bye.
God bless. Thank you.